Animals on the Dump by Colin Harris. Contents page. Introduction, page 2. The Red Admiral, page 5. The Brown Rat, page 11. The Herring Gull, page 17. The Red Fox, page 23. Things to Do, page 29. Index, page 30. Introduction. Every day we drop rubbish into bins, baskets and black sacks. Sometimes the contents of your bin go to a dump. But dumps are not just full of rubbish. Plants and animals live there too. Many more animals visit dumps. How many animals can you see? This book will tell you more about some of them. The Red Admiral. The Red Admiral is an insect. A female red admiral is this big. Antennae, head, eye, first set of wings, second set of wings, body. A female red admiral butterfly. Under the wings you will see different colours. They blend in with the tree trunks, which the red admiral rests on at night. The colours under the wings are different. Red admirals lay eggs on nettles. In summer, some female butterflies visit dumps to lay eggs. They lay one egg at a time on different nettle plants. An egg is this big, the egg seen under a lens. Why do you think the eggs are green? The eggs hatch out in 7 to 10 days. The caterpillar bends a leaf and fixes it with silk to build a little tent. Now the caterpillar is hidden in the leaf. The caterpillar is hidden in this leaf. When it has eaten the leaf, it creeps across to the next leaf and builds a fresh tent. It is full grown in about 3 weeks. The full-grown caterpillar is this big. The caterpillar creeps into its last tent and grows into a pupa, which looks like this. The pupa is this big. In about 2 weeks, the pupa splits and lets the butterfly out. If you have an apple or a plum tree in your garden, you will often see red admirals. They land on apples and plums on the ground. Red admirals are attracted to apples and plums. Red admiral butterflies do not live for much more than 3 or 4 weeks. The British winter frosts kill all the butterflies which are left at the end of summer. So, where do you think the red admirals come from in spring? The red admiral is very good at flying. It can fly for a long time, and, unlike many butterflies, it flies at night, as well as in the daytime. When spring comes, hundreds of red admiral butterflies travel across the channel, so we see them every year, a red admiral flying. A map to tell you where red admirals come from in spring. The brown rat. A full-grown brown rat is about this big, head, eye, body, tail, an adult male brown rat. The female brown rat is often not as big as the male. Brown rats eat insects, frogs, birds and birds' eggs. They eat all these things too. Rats eat the food scraps that we drop into bins. That is why they live on rubbish dumps. A brown rat on rubbish. You will sometimes see a rat in the daytime, but more often it rests in the day and comes out at night. The brown rat spends the day underground. It digs tunnels with many exits so it can get out fast. It picks up rubbish in its mouth and brings it into the tunnel. Then it shreds it up and builds a nest to sleep in. Rats build nests from rubbish. How many different bits of rubbish can you see in this nest? The female can have 3 or 4 batches of baby rats a year, and sometimes more. There are up to 16 baby rats in every batch. Baby rats in the nest. This table tells you how fast a baby rat grows. time, growth. One day it is helpless and cannot see yet. 6 days it can see. 12 days it can eat its first solid food. 21 days it comes out of the nest and lives with the adult rats. The baby rats grow very fast. At the end of 3 weeks they are this big. The baby rat at 3 weeks. Rats are pests. We can catch illnesses from them, and they are very difficult to trap and catch. The herring gull. This is an adult herring gull. Head, bill, eye, wing, tail, leg. An adult herring gull. The herring gull is a big bird. Its head is about this big. Red spot. The herring gull's head. Many of us think of the herring gull as a bird which lives on the sands and the cliffs, but it often comes inland to look for food. Hundreds of herring gulls visit rubbish dumps every day, gulls on a rubbish tip. Like many of the animals in this book, gulls eat food scraps, and they will eat food that is going bad, so they are attracted to dumps. When it is time to lay eggs, the male and female fly back to the cliffs. The male picks out a little patch of land. If a second male lands there, the first male plucks up grass in his bill. This is a signal that this patch is his. The male gull plucks up grass in its bill. If the second male does not fly off, the first male will attack it. Next, the male and the female build a nest on the patch of land. Then the female lays 3 eggs, which are this big. A herring gull's egg. A gull on the nest. The eggs are difficult to see because the blotches of colour on the shells blend in with the background. The male or the female will sit on the eggs until they hatch. If the eggs are left, the rest of the gulls will peck at them and eat them. In about 26 days, the eggs hatch. To get food, the gull chick pecks at the red spot on the adult's bill. The 2 adults catch little crabs, shrimps, and fish for the chicks. The chicks beg for food. They bring food until the chicks can fly, which happens in about 6 weeks. The chicks still attempt to beg from the adults, but from now on they must hunt for food to eat. The red fox. This is an adult red fox. An adult red fox. A fox's tail is called a brush. This fox has a patch at the end of its brush. The patch is called a tag. Not all foxes have a tag. The fox is a big animal. Its head is this big. A fox's head. Foxes do not attack us. If they see us, they run off. Foxes are very good at sniffing out scraps of food, and they often visit dumps. A red fox on a dump. They can smell the food in bins, and they will get it if they can. A red fox looking in a dustbin. Foxes do not hunt big animals, so when they are not eating scraps, foxes eat these things. Some of the things that foxes eat. The male fox is called the dog fox. The female is called the vixen. Baby foxes are called cubs. In spring, when the vixen is ready to have cubs, she looks for a den. This is often an underground tunnel, but sometimes the den is under a garden shed. The vixen has about 4 cubs. The vixen with her cubs. The cubs have thick brown fur. This is a good thing because they do not have a soft nest. They sleep on the ground. This table tells you how fast a fox cub grows. Time, growth. About 2 weeks, it can now see. Its eyes are blue. About 4 weeks, it can eat some solid food. It comes out of the den for the first time. About 5 weeks, its eyes are now an orange color. About 6 weeks. Its fur is now a reddish color. About 12 weeks. It can hunt and catch food. About 14 weeks. It must go off to look for somewhere to live. Many cubs do not live to see next spring. Every year hundreds of foxes are run down, but there are still lots of foxes left. Things to do. Question 1. Why do dumps attract so many animals? Question 2. Why does the red admiral have different colors under its wings? Question 3. Why does the female butterfly visit dumps? Question 4. What happens to red admirals in winter? Question 5. What do rats do in the daytime? Question 6. How long do baby rats stay in the nest? Question 7. What color are herring gulls' legs? Question 8. What does a male gull do if a second male lands on his patch of land? Question 9. Why do gulls stay with the eggs? Question 10. How do the gull chicks beg for food? Question 11. What is a tag? Do all foxes have one? Question 12. Foxes often visit dumps, but where do they look for more rubbish? Question 13. Why do fox cubs have thick fur? Question 14. Which animal in this book do you like best? Why?